All right, guys. Happy weekend. Hope you guys are enjoying the 4th of July and having a little break. We will be back in action on Monday. Want to go over a few things and want to watch a little film and always trying to get better. I know the offensive staff was really happy with practice on Wednesday, especially during the team period. And, our goal is to keep putting you guys in positions for success. So, you know, um, we got to restart on Monday, find things to get better at, and keep stacking the good practices and the good plays together. So, in regards to the calendar, so we're going to come back on the 8th, okay? We got a leadership meeting for the upperclassmen at 2:45, but before that, we have a hard hat lift from 8:30 to 9:30. So, you guys, let me get this right here. If you guys want to get extra points for your group, come at 8:30 to 9:30. Essentially, what happens is you guys lift in the weight room with the freshmen. There's a separate lift on the board for those guys. Then they go out and run, and then when they finish at 9:30, they mark the board for their team. So we've had about 6 to 8 guys per hard hat lift. I like to see that number getting to double digits starting on Monday, and it's just another way to get better. We only have about 2 weeks before school starts again, so these opportunities to get 2 workouts a day in are winding down. Then we have a leadership meeting at 2:45. Again, this turnout's been really good. We're talking about a lot of different things related to leadership and team building. We meet in the PE classroom for this. Our theme last week was how to handle tough coaching. How to handle when an adult says something that maybe isn't in the right tone or isn't exactly what you're thinking. How do you handle it? Do you handle it the right way? Do you take their opinions? Do you grow from them, or do you handle it the wrong way? And we related to this like having a teacher that you don't really see eye to eye with. And I thought it was really a productive talk. But we'll have a new topic on Monday. And then we have our regular lift and practice from 3:30 to 6:30. All right? These have been pretty successful. I like how we're doing our practices on Mondays and Wednesdays. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have time for special teams. We have time for 7-on-7. We will try to find a little more practice time this Tuesday after our lift. So be ready for that as we get closer to camp. Okay? Specifically now for JV and novice, you guys will have 7-on-7 this Monday starting at 6:45 p.m. Okay, Mater Day and Hilltop will be there. So we'll have 4 teams. We'll have our JV, our novice team, Mater Day JV novice/novice. It's one team, and Hilltop JV/novice. So you guys will each have 2 games. Should be really fun competition. The turnout and the excitement last week just for kind of an inner squad versus Olympian, JV, and novice was really good. So we're going to have this for the next 3 Mondays, and it's a good way to get prepared for what you guys have at the end of this upcoming week. All right? So Monday's a busy day. Tuesday, similar schedule with JV varsity practice, and we will do some special teams, and then we're going to finish with a little extra field work, so be prepared for that. Okay, going back to Wednesday, we will have another hard hat workout in the morning, and then we'll finish with a full field workout until 6:30 p.m. And then Thursday, now that we're past the 4th of July weekend, we will have practice, very similar to Tuesday. Then this Friday, okay, at La Costa Canyon High School, which is up in Encinitas, JV is in a 7-on-7 tournament, okay? Your first game is at 9 a.m. That means you guys need to be there at 8 a.m. And what you guys are doing on Monday, what you guys are doing with Coach Anderson during practice is all going to prepare you for this tournament. It's going to be really fun and exciting. It's a combination of freshman and JV teams, and there's going to be some good competition there. So please, current JV 7-on-7 guys, on Friday, you will be in a tournament, okay? On the following day, so on Saturday, same location, La Costa Canyon High School varsity is in a 7-on-7 tournament. We also start at 9 a.m., and that means we need to be there at 8 a.m. Our first game, I know, is against St. Augustine High School. Our second game on Saturday is going to be against Otay Ranch, and our third game is going to be against La Costa Canyon. So it's a pretty tough bracket. I know Saints won this tournament last year. We know what Otay Ranch has, and then La Costa Canyon is always really strong. So we need to bring our A game. We need to keep improving, especially in the short yardage situations in the 7-on-7 world. And this is going to be our last, as far as I can tell right now, our last tournament for 7-on-7 this season. Okay? And then going into next week, guys, we have one more. This is our last full week of summer football. So we only have 2 more full weeks left. Okay? Monday through Thursday is going to be very similar. I want to alert you guys, we are going to have a beach day I believe on July 20th. Okay, a lot more details will be coming out soon about this. It's a great way to do team bonding. It's fun. You guys get out of the football environment and just spend some time together. We have games, we have food. So this is a really important day that all novice, JV, and varsity is there. It's a whole, total program event. More details about this will be coming out later. Okay, and then on the 22nd and the 23rd, schedule as usual. But then we start school on the 21st, on the 24th. So it's coming quickly. The biggest shift to our schedule is that we're going to have a large portion of the varsity team in zero period. Okay. If you expect to be a varsity football player in the fall, you need to be in zero period. That's where we're going to lift. That's when we might have some practices as we get closer to games. And this is going to be a critical part of our program moving forward, is lifting in the morning. Okay. If you're a novice player and you are a JV player and you are not in zero period, you guys need to still lift. So your options are come in the morning with zero period, or you need to find time after school or really after practice to get your lift in. So we'll talk more about that as we get closer to the start of school. The tentative schedule is to give you guys those Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday off. You know, with school starting, there's a lot going on. We really want you guys to get caught up with your classes. So I'm thinking about giving you guys the rest of that week off. Then on Saturday, we're going to have our alumni game on the 27th. This is for current varsity 7-on-7 guys. We're going to invite past alumni to come and compete in 7-on-7 and lineman training. And then there's going to be food at this event, and there is going to be a bowling activity as well. That's going to be, I believe, on the 27th. Okay, so this is also a fundraiser for us. So please be prepared to be going to this as well. Okay. Going into the last week of July, okay, we are going to be back to our regular after-school practices. So we're going to be in school still. So all of our practices are going to be at 4 o'clock. Okay, JV and varsity will be on the turf. Novice for right now will be on the grass, and we will also be handing out gear. Okay, we usually give priority to the seniors and the juniors and the sophomores and the freshmen. There may be some exceptions for guys that have gone above and beyond, such as you're in one of these top groups that we're going to discuss in a second. But we will be handing out gear this last week of July. Helmets, shoulder pads, all your lower body pads, all your practice equipment. We will also be issuing out numbers, okay? If you have your own gear, you are allowed to use that as long as it's certified. If you have your own shoulder pads, just please let me know during this week, and I'll, obviously not issue you other gear. But if you don't have any gear, we will give you what you need, okay? So I know a lot of kids say, Coach, how do I get a helmet? If you've proven that you are a part of this team, you will be getting gear this last week of July, okay? And then the big start date for us is August 1st, okay? This is the start of camp. We are going to start in helmets. We can't start in full gear until we get to that second week of August, but this is go time. We're in pads, we're working, and we have an inter-squad scrimmage on the 9th. This is live. We have a scrimmage on the 16th. It is confirmed. JV will be having a 4-way scrimmage versus Southwest High School, Montgomery High School, and Scripps Ranch High School. Novice will be scrimmaging just Scripps Ranch High School, and varsity on the 17th will be scrimmaging Hoover High School in the San Diego Showcase. So this will be our first time going against other teams in pads. And then the August 23rd is our first game versus Westview High School. Okay, so a lot of exciting stuff coming up. It is go time. We have, again, a few more weeks of summer camp, and then we are hitting the ground running, okay? Moving into our Spirit Pack, okay? Our Spirit Pack is coming this week, all right? Let me see if I can pull up real quick. I don't know if this is going to work. Let me see if I can pull it up. You guys are going to get 2 shirts and 2 shorts. Okay, give you guys a quick idea of what it's going to look like. It's going to look something like this, okay? We have our Olympian shirts, a white and a black, and then we have 2 pairs of shorts. These have pockets, and then you will get a track bag, okay? The only way you are getting this gear is if you pay for summer camp, okay? And there's about 20 guys that have paid. Unfortunately, there's about a lot more guys that haven't, okay? So to pay for summer camp, you fill out this form, and you either Venmo the payment to this address at Olympian Eagles-football, or you bring in a check or cash, and you can ask your parents for this, okay? But I've been sending this form out a lot to your guys' parents. If you need the form, let me know. But if you want to get this gear, which I think looks pretty sharp, you have to pay for summer camp. We have more than enough for everybody in the program to get, but you will not get the gear unless you pay for summer camp, okay? So I want to make that very clear. But this gear will be coming in on Monday, and athletes that have paid will be getting gear as soon as it arrives, all right? Moving into our leadership groups, okay? This is specifically for JV and varsity. We've been keeping track of all the players' attendance. So just to review, groups of 3 have been edited slightly because I know kids are out of town. So for example, like Nezzy, he's out of town, I believe, until next week. His group is not going to be punished since he's out of town, okay? Same thing with Isaac Powell. He's been out of town. His group is not going to be punished. But I have been keeping tabs, and you guys have been keeping tabs of your groups, okay? Essentially, the groups in green right now are the top half point leaders, okay? So, if you guys see your group right now and you guys are in green, that means you are above half the teams in terms of points, okay? How do you get points? You get points by your whole group for an afternoon practice, being on time, working hard until the end of practice, and doing everything we expect as a football player at Olympian, okay? I know off the top of my head, this group right here, Izzy, Raul, and Tyler are one of the leaders in the clubhouse. Jordan Sandoval, G, and Juan also have probably a top 2 point score. So the top group leaders probably will get a special prize, as in a free spirit pack or extra gear from me or the coaching staff. But the top half of the groups will also receive a prize. So it may be extra food, it may be an extra t-shirt, but the goal of these points is to see who wants to separate themselves from the group in terms of their work ethic, all right? If your group is not in green right now, that means, you guys haven't been consistent with attendance, or you guys have been coming late, okay? So I would like to see this pick up. The goal is you guys all have each other's contact info and you guys are able to stay on top of each other. If there's obviously a reason somebody can't come, hopefully you guys are encouraging them to get there anyway, okay? I know things come up, especially over the summer, but, this is a team sport. We need everybody on board to have a successful season, okay? I forgot to mention another way to earn points is to come to a hard hat workout. So I know a couple of these young guys like Isaiah Carpenter showed up to our hard hat workout on Wednesday. He got an extra point for his group. I know Vaca, he's another young guy working hard. For group 7, he came to an AM workout and he earned a point for his group, okay? I know some of you guys are doing workouts with Coach Anfuso at his gym, which I love, and I highly think that's a great idea, okay? But just know that won't count for points for your group. It has to be at school, has to be in front of your teammates at Olympian, okay? But, any extra work you guys are doing obviously is a positive, all right? And we have 2.5 more weeks of this, so there's still a lot of time for groups that aren't in green to pick up the pace, okay? If for some reason you're like Coach Carter, I've been at some summer workouts, but I'm not on any of these 24 group listings. That means you haven't been consistent enough to earn yourself into a group, okay? The kids that are on this sheet right now have at least proven to me and the coaching staff that they're committed to being there at a level that earns them a group, okay? I know some names that come to the top of my head that have not been there consistently, so they're not in a group, okay? So if you want to get in a group, come every day, work hard, and I will add you to a group, okay? And on the other end of the token, if you've been missing a lot and I haven't heard about it, or you haven't had a consistent off-season attendance, I can take you off this list, okay? So, we're going to end summer with a committed group of JV and varsity athletes who want to be working in the fall, okay? Just the truth of the matter is, guys that don't show up consistently in the summer, unexcused, aren't guys we can count on in the fall, okay? So, that's just how the cookie crumbles each season, all right? I'm going to make a separate video going over our 7-on-7 review. This took a little long. I will end with one more thing, though. Guys, this is what our new jerseys are going to look like in the fall, our new white jerseys, okay? These are going to be varsity only, but JV and novice are going to be getting jerseys that have been passed down from varsity, so they're also going to be getting new gear. This stuff's really nice, man. I'm really excited to be sporting these on Friday nights. It's Adidas. customized tops, customized black bottoms. And I just want to reiterate that paying for summer camp and doing your emails is a huge part of how we're going to get these jerseys. Okay, so if we look at our E-Teams numbers right now, let me show you guys this first. We raised about 10,000 doing Snap. Okay, it's not going to pull up right now, which is a good number, but that's only about half of our goal. Okay, if we look at E-Teams here, this is supposed to be everybody else that did not participate in Snap. Okay, we are still well behind. This says 30,000, but realistically, we're trying to get 10,000 by the end of the summer. We're still a long way away from that. Okay, so if you have not inputted your E-Teams emails, okay, the way that I figured this out is you scan this QR code and you put in your emails, and then they get sent to family and friends. Okay, so if you guys were in that room with Coach, with me, and then the E-Teams coach on the Skype call, please make sure your emails are getting inputted. Obviously, I see who's done it, who hasn't done it, and there might have to be some negative consequences if you don't participate. But at the end of the day, this is a team fundraiser, so we really need this $1,000 to start going up in order to pay for stuff like our brand new jerseys. All right, so again, Coach Danny just texted me. He was so pumped about what we did last Wednesday, and we're on the right track, but there's still a lot of work to do. Another thing that's just coming into my brain right now that I got to get more verification on from the athletic director, but is getting cleared for the fall. Okay, so if you go to Olympian High School, this is for, let me log in for me. Okay, this is how I'm able to get you guys pads in the fall. Okay, you have to go through Register My Athlete and get your physical. Okay, currently you can see we have nobody done this yet, and that's standard because I haven't been sharing it with you guys. But in order to get pads, you have to register through Register My Athlete, have all the online documents filled out, and get a physical and turn in the form. Okay, so I'm going to be giving you guys a lot more information about this on Monday. But going back to the calendar, this is the same process the upperclassmen did last year. Every year you got to do it. Okay, if you're a freshman, it's going to be new for you. But starting August 1st, okay, it's a non-negotiable. If you are not cleared through Register My Athlete with all your paperwork turned in, you will not get gear. You will not be able to practice. Okay, so it's not something that I can budge on. So we have essentially, a solid 3 weeks to get this done. So if you know the process already, it's very similar to last year. Log into registermyathlete.com to have your parents fill out all the paperwork, and then you need to get your physical done at a doctor's office. And if you guys know the drill, let's get on it. If you don't know the drill, I'll give you guys more info on Monday about this. But all right, see you Monday.